Hi, it's Claire Saunders from What's New in Electronics. I'm here at IPC APEX and I've been joined by Jake Kurth from Tagarno. How are you doing?
Really good. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much for coming by. Last day of the show, how's it gone?
It's been a really good show. I really enjoyed the traffic. It's been interesting to have it at the same time as a physics conference.
Yeah.
And what's kind of interesting is we've actually got some overlap from the quantum computing group into our booth, and so that's been pretty nice too. Yeah.
Fantastic, great stuff. So tell me more about your company. What do you guys do? Where do you sit?
Yeah, so Tagarno's a Danish digital microscope manufacturer. We produce microscopes that are used in a variety of industries, a variety of sub-industries within electronics manufacturing, broad magnification range, autofocus, that type of thing.
Okay, and you mentioned you're Danish. I understand you have something that was flown in from Denmark especially for the event.
It was, and it barely just got here, so I'm really glad. It was one of our very first production T50. It's our brand new platform. It's a 4K, 60 frames per second. We had an early production at last year's APEX, and now we finally have it in full production, and it's really good to be here. Yeah.
Great stuff. So what are the improvements over the last year in the product?
Efficiency. The system is a lot cleaner in its appearance. It's a lot cleaner in its use. Smoother frame rates, live image. It's essentially ready for us to start shipping, and we've been receiving a really good response on it.
That's great news, fantastic. Well, efficiency obviously is important. We're all looking to save time and money, obviously, wherever we can.
It's true.
So yeah, efficiency is key. And one thing I've been hearing a lot about over the last couple of days is AI. So I know that AI has an impact on how you guys work. So could you obviously expand on that as well?
Yeah, it's so true. Like, we have a couple new things that we've shown at the show. The T50 is one of them. We have new sensors on all of our existing product line, but we also have a new AI platform.
Okay.
Yeah, and the way Tagarno's doing AI is, the idea is that the operator will be using the microscope, and if they see a defect, as they normally do, so like zoomed in maybe or zoomed out looking at a whole board, or maybe a bare board, and if they see a defect or an issue, as they normally would, they hit a button, and it goes into our AI training database.
Okay.
And the idea there is perhaps the operator, it's almost like a little Sharpie. They would label the defect, or an engineer reviewing the data labels the artifacts or the defects. And over time, the AI training library gets smart. It starts to build a confidence based on the categories of these defects. And the idea is then to feed back into the operator. So when the operator is now screening or looking at their inspection, yes, they have that button they can click that they found a defect, but also the AI will help them, and it will make suggestions like, hey, I think there's a defect here, I think there's a defect here, that type of thing.
So it's supporting the user, not replacing the user, because obviously there's a fear out there about AI that it's going to take over and replace the human, and that's not the case. Yeah,
and that's kind of our approach, is that I think what we're trying to do is a very practical approach to AI versus, well, maybe we're wrong, but I think that's the right approach. Is the idea is that the user, they validate when the AI comes back with an idea, the user's looking at the part just like they've always looked at it, and they can help validate that AI. But at the same time, we see these microscopes in benches, people using their microscopes, the AI as a tool to assist, a means to an end, as opposed to the end itself.
Okay. Well, that's great. It's encouraging, and it's good for people to hear.
The robots aren't all coming for us, so
Not this year, anyway.
Not this year, yeah.
We've got other things to challenge us this year,
That's
I'm sure.
very true, yeah.
Great stuff. Well, I'm glad it's all going well for you, and I'm glad the product made it. So thank you very much for letting us know about it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people can find out more on your website and by reaching out to you.
Please do, The show's wrapping up. It's been a really good show this year, so I can't say stop by our booth because I think we end in 30 minutes. But at the same time, please check us out, Tagarno.com, and I'm always helpful and here to answer questions.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
Cheers.